Okay. Test, test. Hey, we're good. It's time for more Stormblood. Okay. Time for quests. Wee! I'm a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day, yet nary has one come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all. These would-be warriors. Send them unto me, should you chance to find them. Oh my lord. Okay. Jimmy, where the fuck are you? There you are. You're late, fucker. Huh? Training? I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. Yeah, get your ass in gear, Buster. Ah, there you are. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. He seems like a cheery fella. The teacher calls for me. I see. We discussed strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and... of course, there's no time. If you'd excuse me. I'll come back for you later, lady. One quest at a time. Other recruit. Oh, there you are. Oh, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits don't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger, oh, bugger. You'll be fine. If you weren't up for this, you should have joined. Stormblood! Whee! I just don't use it that often. He'll hit 62 here very shortly, though. I know I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did, yada yada yada. I didn't mean to skip that. I suppose I'll accept this quest while I'm over here. Why? Why indeed. To save lives, perhaps, or to make amends to the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep doing nothing. Oh. Ah, recruits. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. No problem, Snake Lady. Aren't you that Econ Slayer? Damned if I knew why you'd be bothering to ask someone like me why I joined the Resistance. But it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not. And if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like it is not. But that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. I suppose that's fair. How do I get over to where that is? I'll look at the map in a minute. I was just a cook before all this. Yeah, I don't know. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know. And there's always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties start out. Yeah, Tank, you should have done that. That was crazy. This place is pretty. Snakes. Why'd I join the resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend of the Imperials butchered. We had a stall in the market, so passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a foam of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. Seems like you might be a little bit behind, Ace. You should try refreshing L Twitch if you're still on the snake part. Well met, Oldest. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? Ha! Fair enough. There you go. As fascinating as they are varied. You have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. Could have not done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Well, now what do I do? Well, you want to help, do you? Seeing as how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Teb for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so, whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, as long as you add something. I'll be here waiting whenever you get back. Teb, I need some herbs. Herbs it is. 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand. Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the reach. Let's just put stuff I found by the tree that I don't know if it's poisonous or not in everybody's stew. Smart. They're fragrant, but that turns out it's because it was poison ivy. Alright, where's the last one? Up. Alright, I picked your herbs. Ah, there you are. I got those herbs I asked for. There you go. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose on you, sir. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some of for the cause. Though that comes at a cost, too. Too many villages. Too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must. We must never lose sight of the dream. What am I growing now? Damn it all, where could it have gone to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain, and I've not left the reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just easily buy another. But even so, please help me find it. Jesus. Weird how I didn't see that whenever I came through here earlier. Hello. I'm doing fetch quests around town. It's so much fun. I'm glad every expansion starts this way. I swear, I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Seven Hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But still, I kept to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I shall teach him the stories and the scripture as my mother taught me. Wasn't that awfully nice of you? Hello, Alphino. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Oldest, I hear you've been keeping busy. Aye, that he has, and we thank him for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, now go ahead how you present my proposal for an assault on Vicastium Vilidonia to General Alden personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to the Castromorians before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I'll wait for you to pass, but not too long. I expect Kral and Yashola will wish to remain here to support the Cherugians. But nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Whee! Whee! There's ought to miss. I see, that would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. For this joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the resistance of the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. She's the same character she was before. She doesn't have a mask on now, though. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. I liked her before, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalf. This is war. And every side must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Alamigo, for my father, for Yida. I'm in it to the end, rather. I liked her before. I always thought she was kind of ditzy, though. A little bit dumb. But it's part of her charm. She stands up for what she believes in, even if she's not the smartest. Was kind of the opinion I was given of her before. And I think that still stands. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Belsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilburd's primal. I believe that we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes. I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since I pledged to serve Master Louis Saw in the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. Maybe standing next to Papalymo made it more obvious, maybe. That said, I shall refrain from taking to the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Infilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'Strola now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Oldest, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmund, the man who slew Gaius Van Belsar, and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. I'll have you know, I've killed a lot more than 6 primals, my friend. Like, Many look to you as a hero, and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my first fight, but I'll do what I must. Alfie. I have to pick that one. I do. I see. Well, it pains me to hear you speak thus. I am grateful to your condor. There's a time when you would have kept such thoughts to yourself. Take care, Y'Strola, Kryl. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I'd ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Monago will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Oldest? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castor Morians would seem an apt place to do it. You need an answer right away, but I'm sure I can convince Monago to wait a little longer. Why? Maybe. Alfie. This is my first convoy, Alfie. I just like stabbing stuff. stab whatever needs stabbing. Do I hear a little bit of terrorist theme in this? Hang on. Terra's theme. Hang on, wait for it. Not right now. It's one part specifically. Come on, music, repeat yourself. I'll wait for it. Do 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 do. So be accompanying us. Full glad am I to hear it. All set? Excellent. Let us be off. What else would I do, Alphino? Like, obviously it's not, like, directly ripped, but I hear in that one part, do 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 do. Hoy. He's here. You gonna make a beer ice cream float? Ugh. Not sure how good that'd be. I love a good stout, though. Making a beer float. Just, you mean a root beer float? No, just a beer float. You know what a root beer float is, right, Claudio? Where we put We take vanilla ice cream and pour root beer over top of it, and you eat it that way. Shouldn't be that much different with beer. Oh yeah, get some root beer, and you pour, you take ice cream, and you pour your root beer over top of it. It's delicious. Fizzes up. It's kind of interesting to taste. Yes, not an actual beer. The one that's, the soda. Not real beer, no. But I mean, you could try it with real beer. Go right ahead. It's probably the exact same thing. Another shake-up. I don't know why we call it root beer. That's a good question. Let's Google it. Ah, here you go. Charles Elmer Hires introduced the first commercial brand of root beer, named Hires Root Beer. He initially wanted to name the product Root Tea, but chose root beer to make the beverage more attractive to Pennsylvanian coal miners. So there you go. The coal miners couldn't have root tea, they had to have root beer. Which is amazing. I did not know that. That's hilarious. So it even comes from my state, which I also did not know. Thanks. So there you go. It's because the root tea wasn't manly enough for the coal miners. My buff? Oh yeah, my buff. Forgot about that. Doesn't much matter. It's still doing pretty good damage. Explosions. Warm wine. Can't say I have. I mean, I've had it room temperature, if that's what you like. I've had wine that's just kind of not been in the fridge, but not necessarily warmed. And I can't say I've ever had it warmed. Speaking of wines, though, there was this wine that my wife tried this one time. That was made out of German frozen grapes. It might have been the best wine that I've ever had. Oh. You get drunker faster. Put your cup of wine in the microwave for about 30 seconds. God, the wine snobs would be having a fit, Claudio. Put the whole bottle in your oven. One sec, and I will. Mulled wine. Huh. Ah. Yeah, that's what it says. Spiced mulled wine, also known as spiced wine, an alcoholic drink usually made with red wine along with various spices and sometimes raisins, served hot or warm. Traditional drink during winter, around Christmas. It's usually served in Christmas markets in Europe. Sounds good. I'd try that. How kind of you. And I'll make you a root beer float. Nope. The blessing. How's been queuing up for dungeons as a dancer, Claudio? Been living a different experience? It takes much longer. Whee! Raban? Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am coming Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations, and in addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castilian Valdonia. Capture Valadina? That will not be easy. However, it will be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There is no profit in delay. It's only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Valadina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. If there is no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Terrapin? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Speak with Ali, say. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed. Whee! Bow shock. Bow shock. Oh. It's an AoE? Oh, that's not the right one. Oh. It's got a cooldown though, so it's not a good AoE. Noted. Gunbreaker, you're out. Ninja, you're in. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we don't have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond east, north of Velodina. Gotta remember how to play this job. 'Cause I don't. Well, I do. It's there. But I need to remember all the buttons. Whee! If I'm going to be doing dungeons over 54, I'm going to want that one. I feel like that'd be me. Holy fuck, that's a big bear. Okay, I remember how ninja works. I think the ninja is still my favorite. He's just so fun. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the magic for free. That come with their own status effects most of the time. They do a flip when they jump, though, and their weapons are out. You can even do this. Wee! 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 Yeah. It definitely felt like whenever I was Al Ra, I was moving slower. I think that's just because the Lalafell's legs are so small. What? I didn't even put a second thing there. Oh boy. Alright, Pippin. Well, there was something I think I wanted to see on the monk. What was it? Oh! This for doing the rest of the, quest. Save your game. God, poor Scouse. I'd lose my mind. Upon reconnoitering Castellium Velodina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh lord. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view all these scenes in their entirety. Alright, hold on. Let me get a drink then. Fuck. I need my cherry cola. Okay. Let's go then.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father.
It's a sweet helmet you got,
Cannon fire.
Pippin.
Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh, gods, it's Relga's Reach.
Uh-oh.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Shit. Try that on me.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You! Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
Oh no, he's dead. Am I supposed to be sad because I don't really care? Please go punch her. Go punch her right in the face. Do it.
Meffred! He'll take you!
I mean, I care about characters I care about, but that guy was like He showed up one time in the first expansion and then never showed up again.
Well, well.
I'm not exactly sad that he's dead.
Stand aside, pilots. This one has promise.
No screen time at all.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Uh-oh.
7 hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Yeah, a little bit.
Please run!
Ah, a magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
Oh, shit.
Your shoulder!
Oh, she got fucked.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
Not anymore.
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Well, Kemp is definitely dead.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught.
Let me go fight Xenos. Let me go do it.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
I know they won't let me.
Aye, sir.
Let me fuck them up.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
I don't know. Is he... He's supposed to be a scholar, isn't he? Then yeah, he should be able to. Even the game itself acknowledges that the scholar's a bad healer.
It's all over now.
What? That was the right combo. Don't fucking bullshit me. I'm a scholar. Shut up, Alpha. No. Just go shoot your little laser guns. I'm a scholar. Shut up, Alpha. No. Alice is a better healer than you. Dude, he failed. What happened? Alright. Fair enough. I thought I was just supposed to kill them. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Pay closer attention. Gotcha. What is happening right now?
It's all over now.
Oh, God damn it. Are you guys all fine now? I am with the group. Walk onto that guy. Look at me. Whew. You'll be fine, Richard.
For the glory of the flames!
They probably last 30 years, too.
Gone!
Been waiting to do this since I watched you guys kick the shit out of that guy. Especially you. Who in the seven hells am I? I'm the motherfucker that just whooped your ass, lady.
What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help.
I suppose you're a good enough healer. Get over here.
My lord, the prisoners.
See to your men, Pylus.
Oh, let me fight him.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
Oh, I'll give you some entertainment. Shit. Alright.
As one!
Be gone!
Ouchie, ouch. Uh oh.
Give me something to remember.
Where are you, Xenos? There you are. Oh God. What do I do? Guess I'm just gonna have to take that one. All right.
Don't stop now.
Oh. This guy isn't fucking around. Oh, that's super cool. I love it when they do stuff like that. I knew they wouldn't let me kill him. Later, I imagine. Ow.
Pathetic.
I'm not dead yet, Xenos.
7 hells.
Rabon, I'm better than you, and he whooped my ass. Sit down.
Shall we give chase, General? Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded. Aye, sir. You all right, lad?
I think my pride may have taken a knock.
Tis no ordinary foe could best the likes of you.
Thanks! I got them from that raid with Diablos. Or more specifically, got an item from doing that raid from a goblin, who I then traded it to another goblin for an earring.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
Oh, she'll be fine. She's in like the next 7 expansion trailers.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
I've seen her in her black robe.
Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
They fucked her up good though. She got a big old gash on her.
Understood.
I'd be a little bit more worried if, you know. Spoilers, because I definitely saw her in the trailer for Endwalker.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work. The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Does that match well enough? Because I might use it. I like the ninja headgears and stuff, but I also like being able to see my character's face, you know? So I might rock this a while. You did well, oldest. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. I think that matches the blue well enough. I'll leave it on. Oh, hey! That wasn't the right thing. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Nice airplane. See to the wounded, Olis. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Medford lies motionless, having breathed his last. Glinting his face has a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was nothing I could do. The charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. No, by all means. If there's a dungeon, I'll invite you right to it. No playing triple triad in the hospital. Monago, Mefford, where are you? Monago's fine, but this is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefford was a warrior. Always thinking about others before himself. Once had an Imperial patrol trace him nigh on 20 miles so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course. Though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent for his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be a leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle, we can but do our best. As he did. Mefford will be sorely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now who live who otherwise would not, and they need us, now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him is all. I wanted him to replace me whenever I retired, but that's not going to bloody happen. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total. A humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. We cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphino said, it is those who survived whom we must think now. Valka's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castor Morians will need to be taken by Chocobo carriage. Agreed? Yeah, makes sense to me. Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue to prepare medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask you to seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Corporal de Cheese? Marshal Therapist said you might have something for me. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we'll await his orders. You Stroll and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry. I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Cryle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. And let us set forth at once. We should move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castor Morians. You heard him, he wants that afro. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated. and the state will not be mounting an assault on the Castilian Belladina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects. But first, we need to put our affairs in here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you at the Castramorians. Understood. We'll go and speak with General Alden. Wee! Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned to the straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. It would seem he lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool will turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatsoever his motive, it is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to the Castramorians. We can discuss our path forward there. Wee! Krell is with Strolla. She still hasn't woken up, but Krell says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen when that Skull's commander cut down Meffred. A single blow and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. Alright. God's help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. All of them? Alphino's a scholar. Thancred appears to be a... he's not a ninja, so he's still a thief. Strolla's a white mage, I think. Alisaie's a red mage. Lise is a monk. Is Stola a conjurer and Kryle's the white mage? Or are they both white mages? I don't know. I don't know the difference between conjurer and white mage, to be totally honest with you, in terms of what they do. And Tataru's the secretary. Am I missing anyone? Orion Jade never fights, so I don't really know what he does. Papalimo was a black mage, I think. Did he ever fight? Menphilia was the fearless leader who did nothing. Is kidnapping a job? Being kidnapped, rather. Oh, he did fight that one time against the Warriors of Darkness, didn't he? But I didn't pay attention to him to see what he did, so I honestly have no idea. He's the only one I think I don't have a somewhat grasp of. Not sure on Urion J. He's a scholar also? Like I said, don't remember watching him fight. Anyway. Oh, Lise.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefrid with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of his general. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It's easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I'm brave and stupid enough to face him again.
How strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. God's help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Funny story that.
I
I think he might be.
We should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
I mean, I'll try again, man. I'll fight him as many times as you want me to, till I win. Exactly. We fight till we win. I'll fuck him up.
Come now, even you have your limits. But then, so too must he. One legatus ruling two provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We
I'll
kindle the
fucking
flames
do
of
it
revolution
again.
in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
It's a solid plan.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild. And when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. And make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Japan?
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. I'm quite certain the same can be said in said of the Doma Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what we good few can accomplish, I'd remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from an imperial oppression, whom we will free. Come on now. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause for hope. My grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Lothar is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Stola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after you, Stola, and provide some support to the Arnvald and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy the trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. I love her, too. The characters in this game are so good. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then. Sister, oldest, least, gather your things. Where for Limsa Laminsa. I think Alice is a bit sassier, and I like her more, but Kryl is also really good. I think Alice might be my new favorite. I love her. Upcoming dungeon, you say? Ooh. Oh my. There you are. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, that hurts though. Oh. Taro should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Merrill Webb lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You're right in as much as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it's simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves. To say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But it would be equally infeasible to sail on a Eurasian Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalian of the Kraken's Arms. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion. As many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. But where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of the certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing to be proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from God's-fearing merchants out on high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable. That's not a word I've ever seen before. I'm gonna look it up. Persisting tirelessly, yes. Like fatigue. Indefatigable. Keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause, and negligible profit. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Listen here, Claudio. The next time you read a book or use indefatigable in a sentence, motherfucker, we don't use that word. That is not a common word. The next time you see that word in a book or in your everyday life, you let me know. Alright? Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical. That's not. Tragical tale of how the heir to the house Durundier vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives, and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Yeah. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you, this once. That said, in light of recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can only take you as far as Kugan, in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for your departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Suddenly, all those hours Totaro passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seem rather better spent, do they not? I said I intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Totaro took in making Captain Carvalian squirm. New pants! I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Totaro and I have procured necessary supplies. As I say, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Ariane on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I should go and speak with him. What of Oldest and Lise? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and do something. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks, agreed? I hate that I could accidentally touch the touchpad on the PlayStation 4 controller and skip stuff. Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Oldest. Anyway, the problem with the English language is that there are so many words that we just don't use anymore. You know? Like, have you ever read an older translation of Romeo and Juliet in English, Claudio? That's the kind of context that you would read indefatigable in. Yeah. That's the kind of context that you would see that word, you know? You could just say, I don't ever get tired, versus I'm indefatigable. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk with lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? See you later. Higiri! Greetings, Oldest. What did you told this eve? What? You're for Doma? Heavens! You Scions have shown us not but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and when we spied an opportunity, the Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seems the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. It's about this Xenos guy. That you go to join Yugiri and Gotetsu, and the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle, even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men in Magitech. To think that it was once the shining symbol of our heritage, and the seat of dear Lord Kayan, has become a den for Garlean dogs. What do I think of the relic grind? Too many other things to do to sink considerable amounts of time in at this moment. Maybe whenever I finish Endwalker and there's not a whole bunch of other shit to do, I might consider it. But considering that there's still so much game, I think it's going to happen anytime soon. As cool as I think they look. You're truly planning to travel to Doma? I don't know what to say. Forgive me, I shall lead you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled in the eastern coast of Authard. Along the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Xenos came and fucked everyone's day up. Is basically what I got out of that. But yeah, relics will only be something that I would ever consider after I've done many other things first. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me about the Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as Guardians. But anyway, did you know that they eat with sticks? Wasn't all that hard, actually. At least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the young Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me I was loud and stupid. It was all a load of stupid old, Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. I like her too. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Fucking hey. Right, no point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. Dungeon, dungeon, dungeon. What, there's a boat dungeon? Right now? Okay. Someone's talking about Pokemon in the global chat. Gen 4 starters are all good. I can't pick my fave. It's Infernape. Did who I was supposed to talk to not load in yet? Alphino. There you are. You've returned, Oldest. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I'm eager to hear all, though I can't wait until we have left port. We'll have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugan. Oh god, I mashed. Oh god. I mashed because I thought it wasn't working. What happened? All set, lad? I'll see you to your ship if so.
Twelve be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
You kids are fucking wild.
Urianger, tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look
Go
ye
on.
where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
His isn't so bad.
Oh, a parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Oh. A new sword.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
I was pretty spot on with that voice I gave him, actually.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
Thancred sitting this expansion out. Main villain for one, dead for most of the other, and now he's sitting at home. It's Lee's time. He is, yes. He's got that Shakespeare talk down. Like, it's not all unintelligible. Like, I can understand what they're saying and what words mean most of the time. I'm just saying, it's not words like that aren't common. Looks like we're going straight for those rocks right there. We're going right to the water temple, aren't we? God damn it.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Yeah, mayhap.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Oh shit.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? Dorky aura. No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the Misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the ceruleum engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. What things? Things. I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Sea-wolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things to which he is so recipient to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it's probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader, employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. I knew it was spice! Y'all motherfuckers thought I was lying. Regardless, we have run our course, to let the current take us where it will, and deal with whatever we find there. Yeah, I'm willing to stab stuff. Yeah, I'm willing to punch stuff. I suppose I can heal a little bit. I have a big axe. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Yeah, I know. She's pretty cool. I assure you, the feeling is not mutual. Once we arrive at our destination, be it a vessel or an island or something else, Lisa and I will remain with the ship and defend it in case of attack. Oldest, I believe you would be the ideal choice to venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles. I can do that. Punch and stab. Then it's settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rule the day it reeled in on us. Yeah! I like you, girl. Well, I don't like you. Shut up. Well, would you look at that? It appears to be a dungeon. This will probably be it for me tonight. Jellyfish. Ooh. Looking fine, Ace. You mean the one from Peter Pan? That's not a ghost ship. If anything, this is more like Vesperia. Well, Pirates of the Caribbean? I can see that too. This feels more like Vesperia, though, I think. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. What the hell is that thing? That thing was a little creepy. Good lord. Come on. There we go. Ugh. Get out of my tire. Ouch. Alright, I need to... Woof. Hold on a second. Where's that? There it is. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Ah. I have no doubt. We'll get it done. Just a little bit more sleepy than I'd like to be. Yeah, it should be good now. I know, this thing is taking forever. Alright, let's see. And you are? Ooh, this music. Oh god, run away. There we go. Come on. Oh god. That hit? That was hilarious. That was really funny. That was really good song. Really good song. Alright. We'll keep going a bit here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Thank the 12.
Yeah, I'm fine. Takes more than that.
Everything here would appear to be in order. Good. Repairs should be completed by the time we return to the Misery, whereupon we shall resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
They were supposed to be ghosts? You watched me just stand there a couple of times as I was trying not to fall asleep sitting up in my chair. Not that this game is boring or anything, but you ever have tired just hit you all of a sudden?
The smell of the sea,
like you feel fine 10 minutes earlier, and then all of a sudden you're just like, ugh. There's a couple times in that dungeon where I just kind of ran around in circles because I was tired.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Dome.
Gorgeous.
All the colors of the rainbow, all
Thanks.
the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Good. Hope so. Oh, listen to that music. Let's listen to it a minute. It's very pretty. Alright. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugan, the western port of Hingashi. We're going to be the only port in this nation open to a foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Speak with Alpha Node so that... Oh, I should have switched class so that one of the other characters got that experience. It's monk time. Despite having traveled halfway around the world, Alpha Node is in no mood to take in the sights. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and as our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvalian, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugan, and have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Althard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind of generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis likely that Yugiri and Gotetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othgard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Cavalian, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in a large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. So they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think that I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. See you later. See you later. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. This place is pretty.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
Certainly not, Alphino. Certainly not.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Huh. Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know. including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
That's one way of putting it.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
It's not like I fell asleep. I was like dozing, you know, like how you're like, bleh, bleh, you know? And I'd be lying if I said I didn't do it a couple of times in one of those conversations. Hey, that's not true. I think the last third of it is all right. What is that? A parasol? The coolest part of that movie is when Darth Maul comes out. Thanks, Ace. I appreciate it. Any of the action scenes that happen whenever they come back to the Queen's planet, that's all really cool. Everything before that kind of dumb. It's still pretty neat. Better than anything that came before it. It's a lot harder to say nice things about Attack of the Clones. Anyway, much as I hate to leave you all through a cliffhanger here, my eyes keep wanting to close themselves. So, we'll pick this back up again tomorrow, most likely. Around the same time we did tonight, maybe a little bit sooner. Maybe a little bit later. Not really 100% sure, but I will absolutely be doing this again tomorrow. He loses his hand, too. You forgot about that. He also killed all those sand people because they killed his mom. Those are like the four most important parts. Oh, and the clones. The clones are also pretty important. Other than that, though, yeah, it's kind of... Yes. And then he does nothing in that movie except cut off Anakin's hand and run away. And then the immediate start of the next movie, he's dead. Anyway, I think they flesh him out a lot in the Clone Wars animated show, but I have not seen all of that. Grievous also had a lot of screen time in that cartoon. I should really watch all of it. Raccoon lady? How do I do it now? I'm sure I'd know exactly who you meant if you used a better descriptor than Raccoon Lady. You gain access to a fashion accessory. To use it for select fashion accessories and other characters in the main menu. The action to equip accessories can be used directly from this menu or registered to your hotbar. After equipping fashion accessories, they can be removed by pressing the action again. Okay. Where? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who Shakti is. Said I could find it in character? The character submenu? Oh, the actions and traits. Aha. Fashion accessories. How lovely. No, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Now I can summon my minion from here too. Whee! Perfect. Alright. Good night then, guys. Thanks for coming out. I'll see you next time. Probably tomorrow. Have a good night.